Afternoon, all. Coach Russ here. In fact, it may not be afternoon by the time you see this, but that doesn't matter, because today I want to talk to you about something which coincidentally has happened to me and a client over the weekend. So, injuries. The more you work out, the more liable you are potentially to injure yourself. There's no two ways about it. As much as you can look after yourself, you can warm up, you can stretch, you can then do a cool down at the end. You are probably going to get an injury, and as we get a little bit older, as in my case a lot older, you may be susceptible to injuries. So the weekend for me, I went out on a bike ride yesterday, did a long one, longish, about 30k, and about 14k-ish into the bike ride, I slipped, my foot missed the pedal because I was just starting off again from standing point, missed the pedal, jolted my back. And a normal person, this wouldn't be a problem, but for me, unfortunately, have a history of back injuries, and I've had a couple of back operations. For me, it meant that I just hurt my back and I put my back out a little bit. I had no choice but to cycle home because I was around about halfway around the course that I was following, and that didn't help. So I got home, did the usual sort of stuff, stretched it out, put some heat on it, but unfortunately today when I've woken up, it's not any better. In fact, it's probably worse. So I now know, because of my history of injuries and knowing what I do for a job, that I've got a choice now of exercising around it or not exercising at all. And exercising around it is very difficult with my back. But if it was my foot, if it was my shoulder, if it was my wrist, you're limited to the exercises you can do. So you have a choice whether you take a chance and you exercise through the pain, or you just stop. So my solution would be is stop. As difficult as that may be for you, as much as you may want to progress in your current plan, stopping is the best solution. And in this, it may not be easy to get help with it at the moment, but if you rest, heat and ice, it will get better. But it's going to take time. Now, so those two options then expand into time, and I'll explain what I mean by that. If you do, with me, if I carried on exercising around it and through it, the chances are I will hurt myself even more, or if nothing else, it will take a long time to repair because I'm moving the body around it, I'm not letting it rest. So what could be just a week's injury could turn into 2 or 3 months, and that's 2 or 3 months without serious proper movement. Or I can rest this week, which is what I'm going to do zero exercise, as painful as that is, because I'm going to progress and I won't be able to, knowing that in a week's time, or perhaps even less, my back will be more able to move, and therefore I can get back to a form of exercise, however aggressive that is or not. So the key here is always rest. If you've hurt yourself, stop exercise. Invariably, any exercise you do will put strain through that body part, because most exercises are generally full body. Even if it's lifting weights and you've hurt your leg, the chances are you will move your leg whilst using dumbbells for bicep curls, for example. There's always an impact around the body. As much as you think you're not using that part of the body, there is an impact. So for me, I would say rest, get some heat on it, get some ice on it, elevate it if you need to, or if you can in particular. And the only thing I would do, if it's not an ankle injury or a leg injury, or if it's only a simple injury, is perhaps get out for a walk. Because you want to try and get blood flow into the muscles around the injury. If it's a muscle injury itself, you want to get blood flow into that muscle, because every time you do that, it means that the muscle's going to repair that a little bit quicker. However, still rest. And one more thing to think about, if your food intake is based on how much exercise you have, because you move a lot, you therefore you can eat a bit more, now you have to think about eating a bit less because you're going to move less. So take it all into consideration. There's no reason to why you can't continue to lose weight, because nutrition is key. There's no reason why it won't get better, because the body will repair itself. But there is a reason why you can make it worse. And think about why you don't want to make it worse, and it's pretty obvious. So to sum up, injure yourself, stop exercising. Don't go over the top. Take a break for a week. Take a break for a few days. It may only be 24, 48 hours. Take a break, let it get better, and then go back to where you were. I hope that helps. I'm now going to go and rest up because I'm listening to myself. I have a lay down possibly because my back's hurting just sitting here. But hey ho, have a great day. Whatever you do, enjoy, and I will speak to you all soon. But for now, Russ Boy out.